Hello guys, my name is Evans and welcome to this video tutorial. In this tutorial, we're going to be winding up on the October-November 2016 IGCSE ICT paper 3. In a couple of videos, we did tutorial on the first section, which is web authoring, and in this section we'll be winding up with data analysis. Okay, so let's get started with the required steps. Let me just scroll down to data analysis. Okay, so the scenario is that you are going to prepare a spreadsheet to calculate advertising costs charged by hotel design to each hotel in Goa. So use the most efficient formula. Display all currency values in Indian rupees, yeah, to 2 decimal places. For example, that symbol 12.00, or you can use that one. Okay, I know Indian rupee, whatever. All right, so 1 rupee is equal to 100. I don't know if it's pies or paise or whatever. You guys will tell me how you pronounce that one. Yeah, 100. I'll call it for now pies or something like that. Okay. So step number 12: using a suitable software package, load the file 163resort.csv. Okay, save this file as a spreadsheet file with a name or file name 163 underscore, and then you send a number and candidate number. For example, 163 underscore that underscore that. Okay, so so before we even place an automated file name, let's go ahead and do the first two. So let's try to load one file, resort. Okay, just double click on it. It'll open by default with Excel, and we need to save it as, in the current folder, I'll save it as a workbook. Okay, because it has to be saved as a spreadsheet, and save it as 163 underscore 163 underscore ZM556 then 0001. Okay, so like that, then hit on save. Okay, so that done, let's go back to the question paper. It says that place an automated file name which includes the file path on the right in the header. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so go to insert, and this time is it insert? Let me see. Yeah, insert, then file, a header and footer, and then on the right here, that's where you're going to put the file name. Now find out if it includes the path. Okay, so it's file path, a file name which includes the file path. Okay, so let's go back here and put file path. Now it should show path ampersand file. Okay, that means that it's going to be the path first will be retrieved, then at the end of the path you'll see the file name there. So click there and you'll see that I have the file path, and I have also the name. Okay, now my file path is kind of long because these files, they are sort of in a folder within a folder within a folder, and you see that all the slashes are kind of showing you that these are different folders that this file is actually existing in. Okay, yours, perhaps you have a shorter folder, maybe just one or two, depending on the examiner's your school setup, okay, the way they give you the files. Okay, so but that's not an issue. So let's go back to the question paper. So done with step 12. Step 13: insert 4 new rows before row 1. Okay, so let's go ahead and insert 4 new rows before row 1. So this is row 1, so select row 1, right click and insert. Select row 1 again, right click and insert. Now I'm going to select row 1 and 2 so that I just right click and insert once, and I have 4 rows. Okay, so if you are told to insert 8 new rows, then you just select all these 4 rows, right click and insert, and they'll be duplicated and you have 8 rows. So that's how you insert rows in a very fast way. So next step, step 14: in cell A1, enter the title, hot house cost for the Goan tourist boat. So I'm just going to copy this and paste it down there in A1. Paste it, and there you go. Next step, merge the cells A1 to G1. Okay, let's merge them. Format this cell to have a black background with a white 36 point center aligned sans serif font. Okay, so select it, go all the way to G1, merge and center, format it to be black background with white foreground, and make it 36 point. Okay, done. Next step, make sure that all the text is fully visible. Now at this stage, the text may not be as visible. Okay, it may not be fully visible. You may try to select here and there, but you see that this text is not fully visible. Please don't panic and just wait. Okay, just wait. We'll come back to this one. Okay. Step number 16. In cell F3, enter the text red. Okay, so F3. Okay, so reference F3, and let's enter red. Okay. Next, in cell F4, where's the question paper? In cell F4, enter 124.2 rupees. Okay, 124.2 rupees. Now you need, this is currency, so you need to format it as currency. So currency, and it must be to 2 decimal places. Remember what we're told, and get the Indian symbol for rupee. Now I was very excited when I was going through the comments today, and I was responding to the comments just after I finished my work, and I found one of the comments from one of the subscribers, and she was telling me that actually you got the Indian rupee symbol correctly, and I was very excited because last time I struggled when I was looking for the Indian rupee symbol, and I was thinking, where am I going to find this symbol? Actually it is this symbol, so it doesn't matter whatever, as long as it is this symbol, I'm happy. Thank you so much, subscriber. Thank you so much. Unfortunately, I even forgot the name. I don't know if it was, I can't remember the name unless I go back on YouTube to see what name that was. Maybe let me go back to YouTube and see. Do I need to go back to YouTube and see that for myself? Let me see, just for the sake, so that you guys know that I actually check your comments and I read them. And so one of the bloggers told me that she saw, where was that? This one. Okay, yeah, this is, I don't know if it's Paya. She says that thank you for this tutorial, it was really helpful, and don't worry, you got the Indian rupee symbol correct. I'm Indian and I love all your tutorials. I love making these tutorials too. Thank you so much for the support, and I'm glad that I got this symbol correctly. Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue. That was just a by the way thing, guys, don't worry. Okay, so then next thing is we're supposed to where we are supposed to, step 17, make the contents of the cell in rows starting with result and numbers of rooms bold and underlined. Okay, so let's come back here. So result, these are the contents of the cell. So we're supposed to make starting from which one? From where am I? Here, from result all the way to numbers of the rooms, or number of rooms. They should be bold and underlined. So get this one to advertising and make them bold and underlined. Don't change anything else. And also number of rooms is here. Make it bold and underlined. Come back. Step 18. In cell D6, enter a function to look up from the external file. This is the external file in question. Let me just copy the name of this file. So it's 163taluka.csv, the Taluka name for this result. Okay. So, and there you go, guys, with 6 marks. You cannot afford to miss out on this one. Okay, so guys, when you look up, you use the VLOOKUP function or the HLOOKUP. I've always said that when you have data that is you have more rows in a table than you have the columns, then you are going to use the VLOOKUP. when you have more columns than rows, then you're going to use the HLOOKUP. Okay, that's one simple way that you're going to know whether to use a VLOOKUP or to use the HLOOKUP. Usually in the exam, they just tell you that you need to use the lookup function. Okay, it's up to you to decide whether it is the lookup or the VLOOKUP or the HLOOKUP. But usually, when you look at the data, so if you go to this file, taluka.csv, let me just try to open it. I hope it does open. Okay, there you go. You have got only, let me just expand this. You've got 3 columns and you've got 12 rows. Okay, so when you have data that has more rows than columns, then you are going to use the VLOOKUP. And when you have more columns across than you have the number of rows, then you use HLOOKUP. Okay, so that's how you tell. Let's come back to our paper here and check the question. So in cell D6, enter a function to look up from the external file 163.taluka.csv, and you are looking up for the name, okay, the Taluka name for this result. Okay, so let's come back here. So cell D6 is this one, and you start with equal to, then VLOOKUP. Okay, now what are you looking up? You're looking up for the code, okay, C6, and you provide the array. Okay, so the lookup value, if you go back to this table, this one is the T code. Okay, so the T code is common here, and it is also common in this table. So what we're saying is that we're comparing, we're looking for a match. Where there is a match of the T code, we retrieve the Taluka name. Okay, that's what we're doing. So the Taluka name is actually this one, Taluka name. So where there is a match of the T code, we retrieve the corresponding Taluka name. That's what we are trying to do. Okay, so let's come back here, and so we are getting the table array. Now the table array is going to be, first of all, because this is an external file. If it was just an internal file, we'll just provide the absolute referencing for where the range of the table is. Okay, now because this file is external, it is coming from a different or a separate file, then we need to specify the file name where this file is actually coming. Okay, so in this case, this file is coming from this file called 163taluka.csv, and then at the end of this, you are going to put what am I supposed to do? you're going to close this, because this is the string. Okay, this is the name of the string that you want. Okay, you are supposed to put 163taluka.csv, then end that code. That file is what you are looking for. Now, what are you looking for in that file? In that file, you put an exclamation mark. I'm looking for now the array, okay, the range, okay, that I want. Now the range that I want in that file, let's go ahead and look at the range. The range is actually, I want to get from A2, and since we're just interested in the Taluka name, we don't need column C. This is very important, guys. We're not interested in column C for now. We're just interested in Taluka name. You can include column C, but it is a waste of the searching, okay, because you are going to include a search criteria which doesn't even you're just slowing down the process of searching. So just end on the field that is required. This would have been different if column B was the one which was on column C and column C was the one on column B, then we would have included this other column. Okay, so take note of that. So we are interested in A2 all the way to B12, and since these cells are not readjusting, they're just permanent, we use absolute referencing and not relative referencing. Okay, so this is very important. So let's come back to our question here. So I'm going to put absolute A and absolute A2 and 2 absolute B, I think absolute 12, B12. Verify that it's B12. Okay, yeah, there you go, B12. Then I'm going to put comma. Then I need to specify the column index. Now the column index is that column where the value will be retrieved if at all a match does exist or a match was found. So the column that we are looking for where the value must be retrieved is this column, Taluka name. So it is B. Okay, so we are going to put come back here, and then we are going to put the column in question, which is column 2. Yeah, this is column 2. Column B is column 2. And then you need to specify whether you need to retrieve an approximate match, because sometimes if it is numbers that you are retrieving or you are comparing, you may have maybe something like 2.1, and then your answer came out something like 2.09. Okay, 2.1 and 2.09 are very close, so it's approximate. So if you want something that's approximate, that will be retrieved. But in this case, we want an exact match, so I'll just select false and close that. Okay, tap enter key on the keyboard and you'll see that BRD actually is Badays. Okay, Badays. It's a nice name. If you call a child Badays, Badays, Chikasa. It's a nice name. Okay, let's go back and so done with step 18. Let's go to step 19. Step 19 says in cell E6, enter a function to look up from the external file 163taluka.csv the location for this result. Now this time we are interested in the location, so the same procedure, but we're just going to change that. So in this one we'll start with VLOOKUP. Again, we'll get the T code, comma, and then we take the table array. So we get just that symbol, then paste the name of the file and type in the end of that, and then exclamation mark. But this time we now specify the table array, the range. Now the range of the cell is from A2 now to C12 because we want the location. Okay, so come back here and come back there and put absolute A, absolute 2 to absolute C, absolute 12. Okay, comma. Now specify the column index. Location is column number 3, so no need to even waste time. So just type column 3, comma. Now are you looking for an exact match or an approximate match? We want an exact match. Paste that and enter that, and there you go. And you have northwest, something like that. Select the table and enlarge the fields so that they are visible. So there you go, northwest. Okay, so that is step number 19. Okay, step number 19. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to end on step number 19 in this video and pick up from step number 20 in the next video. My voice has gone now. I don't have a glass of water, guys. Pardon me if I'm clearing my throat right in your ears. Alright, so guys, I'm going to end on step 19 and I'll pick up on step number 20 and we'll wind up in the next video. Okay, so thank you so much for watching and I'll see you shortly in step number 20 rather. Okay, so thank you.